का आपका ट्यूशन फी वेवियर जो कि आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी का वहाँ पे होगा। HEC विल गिव यू सपोर्ट जो वहाँ पे फोकल पर्सन होगा इन दैट फॉर्म। एंड अगर आपके पास ये टैग है कि आप HEC US नॉलेज कॉरिडोर के थ्रू अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो आपकी स्कॉलरशिप बल्कि आपके एडमिशन के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं। इन टर्म्स ऑफ डॉलर्स HEC आपको जाते हुए सेटलमेंट अलाउंस देगा, दैट इज $1,000 एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हर महीने तकरीबन $1,500। उसके अलावा हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस के लिए आपको $2,000 मिलेंगे पर ईयर। अब उससे कम होंगे तो भी आपको HEC उतना ही देंगे जो इंश्योरेंस का अमाउंट होगा, और अगर 2,000 से ज़्यादा होगा तो फिर भी आपको HEC 2,000 ही देगा एंड उसके ऊपर वाले आपको पे करने पड़ेंगे। फॉर द हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस HEC सिर्फ आपको अपने पर्सनल इंश्योरेंस के लिए पैसे देगा, नॉट फॉर योर स्पाउस और योर चिल्ड्रन। HEC हमें वन टाइम रिटर्न टिकट देगा, दैट वुड लाइक उसका टोटल कॉस्ट 2.5 लाख से कम होना चाहिए, एंड फ्रॉम वन टाइम, एक टाइम जाने का और एक टाइम वापस आने का एट द एंड ऑफ योर कंप्लीशन ऑफ योर PhD। सो इसकी दो कैटेगरीज हैं। एक वो कैटेगरीज स्टूडेंट्स जो कि US यूनिवर्सिटी के लिस्टेड उसमें आते हैं, उनको सारी चीज़ें ये मिली, मतलब जो HEC का लिस्ट है 235 यूनिवर्सिटीज उसमें है। और दूसरी वो कैटेगरी जो HEC के लिस्ट में अगर नहीं भी है बट डिस्पाइट QS टॉप रैंकिंग 300 यूनिवर्सिटीज में आती है, तो both of the same scenarios you can apply. For the eligibility, you can apply for this scholarship with 4 years bachelor's, क्योंकि US में जनरली एडमिशन BS के ऊपर ही होता है। अब मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस, कहीं कहीं पे नहीं भी होता, लेकिन फ़र्क ये होता है कि BS के बाद डायरेक्ट PhD करना इट्स रियली डिफ़िकल्ट, क्योंकि जो आपके बीच के मास्टर्स के जो क्रेडिट्स नहीं होते आपको उसके लिए एक्स्ट्रा वहाँ पे PhD के दौरान कोर्सेज करने पड़ते हैं। ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, PhD के दौरान जो आपको अपने PhD के कोर्सेज करने होते हैं, that even seems a burden. Sometimes it's not even related to what you actually want to work. So ये जो additional credits आपको पूरे करने होते हैं to complete your whatever criteria, it becomes an additional burden. I personally know a friend who is doing PhD after bachelor's, and she is like I know two of them. They both are struggling. It's not like it's impossible, but they are struggling, so you will not have any social life if you choose this path. The maximum age is 35 years, and if you're working in a public sector university, it's 40 years. For the special category, yeah, it's open all year round because it depends upon when you get the admission in US, and there should be only one maximum second division in it and not less than 50% mark. So that's the basic criteria. So this is the actual slide that I wanted to share. This is little research that I did with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 universities. Actually, these are the 8 universities that HEC has MOU with. So like they have 236 universities in the list that you can apply for. Apart from that, 300 QS ranking में US का जो भी यूनिवर्सिटी आती है, you can go for that. But मैं आपको ये रिकमेंड करूँगी कि इन 8 यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में से जो है आप अप्लाई करें। उसका रीज़न ये है कि HEC हैज़ MOU with them, एंड वहाँ पे कोई ना कोई फोकल पर्सन है जो इसको लुक आफ्टर कर रहा है, और आपने सिर्फ ये अपनी एप्लीकेशन में मेंशन करना है कि आप नॉलेज कॉरिडोर के थ्रू अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, एंड लाइक देयर आर पोटेंशियल चांसेस टू गेट द स्कॉलरशिप एट ऑल। सो ये मैंने नेशनल रैंकिंग, एक्सेप्टेंस रेट और फी वेवियर के बेसिस पे ये एक छोटी सी लिस्ट बनाई है। सो अगर मुझसे कोई पूछेगा तो लाइक इट्स US, इट्स HEC का स्कॉलरशिप एंड आप इतना एफर्ट मार ही रहे हैं, तो अगर आप रैंकिंग को देखना चाहें, आई मीन इफ इट्स इन टॉप 300 और टॉप 200, तो आई वुड still look at the acceptance rate, because Applying to US universities, especially on this scholarship, it's really effort taking. It's really it's a big investment. क्योंकि आगे जाके अगर ट्यूशन फी जो एप्लीकेशन फी वेवियर है वो होता है कि नहीं होता है, एंड देन यू हैव टू सेंड योर GRE स्कोर्स, TOEFL स्कोर्स, तो आपने सोच समझ के डिसीजन लेना है कि which universities are you selecting to go for it. So I would look at the acceptance rate list first, क्योंकि मेरा University of Delaware था, so you can see its ranking is good, वो मतलब top 100 में आ रही है, और its acceptance rate is 66%, और फीस वेवियर के सेक्शन में भी yes था, क्योंकि मुझे वो मतलब फीस वेवियर, क्योंकि आपने अगर एप्लीकेशन फ़ी भी जैसे यहाँ पे पाकिस्तान में 3-4 हज़ार का फीस होता है, तो वहाँ पे होता है $60 to $100, तो वो अगर आप ACC के थ्रू अप्लाई करें तो आपका वेव हो जाता है. So I applied in University of Delaware, फी वेव हो गया, फोकल पर्सन से बात हो गई, and everything got sorted very easily. Apart from that, I know जो लोग नॉर्थ डकोटा में पढ़ रहे हैं on HEC scholarship, I know people जो कि okay, there are some couple of other universities, I forgot the name. काफ़ी सारे लोग हैं जो कि दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़े, तो उन्होंने एप्लीकेशन फ़ी भरना नहीं पड़ा था. उसके अलावा रिसेंटली कोविड की वजह से क्या कहते हैं इसे, GRE और TOEFL के भी बहुत ही फ्लेक्सिबल सिचुएशन है. GRE का तो आपको बिल्कुल भी देने का ज़रूरत नहीं है, जो कि नॉर्मल केसेस में आपको देनी ही पड़ती है for US. एंड TOEFL का ये सीन है कि nowadays Duolingo is there, which is very cheap and convenient option. आपकी स्कोर अच्छा आ सकता है, and it's just 7-8 हज़ार PKR, so and most of the US universities are accepting it, so you can, like I would say, क्योंकि at least आप 2-3 universities रखें हर semester apply करने के लिए, क्योंकि we'll discuss कि एक university में apply करने का खर्चा कितना आता है. Okay, so about the application, these are the basic things that you have to put. Initially GRE और TOEFL was important. अब कोविड की वजह से वो चीज़ें थोड़ी flexible हो गई हैं. The most occurring question is, should I start with HEC application or should I start with university hunting? My answer always is that go in parallel. I mean, it's not like what to do first. HEC तो आपको करना ही चाहिए ना, because you have to get that affiliation with HEC के आप बाद में US यूनिवर्सिटी को दें, तो वो बेसिक है. और यहाँ पे एक और बात आती है HEC डॉक्यूमेंटेशन अटेस्टेशन की. I know COVID में it has been difficult and I'm not sure how things are working these days, but HEC से documents attest करवाने हैं. This is a very basic thing. मतलब I know a couple of people who resist to this. I don't know why. But when I got my documents attested back in summer 2019, it was pretty flexible and pretty easy, pretty convenient and cheap option to just get the work done, which is a basic requirement. I don't know why would you even ask that, should I get it attested or not. In fact, काफी 5-6 साल पहले तो for HEC you needed to get it attested from your university. अब तो HEC की वो condition भी खत्म हो गई है. But still, I know some colleagues who resist to it, which is like अगर आपको इस scholarships fund करना है तो at least वो चीज़ आपको पहले करनी है, क्योंकि at the end of the day HEC will ask you for their attested documents. So these are the kind of things जो कि आपको parallel में consider करनी है. And yeah, for US universities, yeah, sooner or better आपको अपना hunt शुरू कर देना है, and then you have to at least decide. And nowadays US में भी जो है things are becoming really complicated with the professor contact thing. Actually, it depends upon the department. My department was energy and environmental policy. And the thing was that I had a very good contact with the HEC focal person, and by chance he was my department head as well. So I really didn't need to contact any professor for that, and I just got the admission. But when I apply for other people, who belong to engineering background, like my family and friends. So like the professor contact thing is very important, and they have not been able to secure the admission without that. So one of my colleague recently got admission, but he had the professor contact. So for his case, he tried about thousands and thousands of professors, but he got response from a very beginner Indian professor. So that can be a thing. But like to me, I would see is like at least he got the admission and he's planning to go. Hopefully his visa works out. So you need to have a good profile, and then yeah, bond and all these situations are real. You need to have a immovable property of 6 million worth. So from immovable property, it should be a house or so. So these are the expenses. So back in November, I calculated as $1 equals 160 PKR, which is now is skyrocketing these days. So for GRE, you need about 33,000. For sending your GRE score to each university, you need about 4,000 rupees. The TOEFL is 31,000, like based on $1 equals 160 PKR. And for sending your TOEFL scores to each university, it's about 3,000. Savings ID is something which you would need at the end of your, when you are applying for your visa, that is about 35,000, and then US visa is 25,000, and you have to get delivered some document from US, and you have to pay for the delivery charges, that is 12,000. So for all of these things, HEC is not gonna reimburse or pay you anything back. That is all that you have to pay. So it all like adds up to $985 to like I've added only for one. Okay, it's up to 3 US universities, which makes about it's about 1.5 lakh back in like when your dollar is equal to 160. So these days it would be about 2 lakhs for the whole process of U1 until you reach at US at your own expenses. But I would say let's invest, because I don't know why we Pakistani people are so Memon in this sense. I would say I've seen many Indian, Bangladeshi, and Sri Lankan friends abroad who would actually take loans of about 1 million to do these kind of investments. They go abroad and study without scholarships, and they after the graduation they earn that much to pay back their loan. So I think this investment is worth it. Okay, if you want to take your family along with you, for example your spouse or children, so for them you have to show, by the way, this picture of the elephant teeth is it's from the saying that elephant has different teeth for eating and different teeth for showing. So if you want to bring your spouse and kids abroad, you have to show the elephant teeth. You don't have to spend actually this much of amount, but you have to represent in your bank account that, for example, if you're going for 4 years, each year having 12 months, you have at least $500 per month for one person. That equals about something, yeah, plus $2,500 for the health insurance of that person. So that is about yeah, but these are old numbers, and this also depends upon which state and which university you're going. So this total amount you have to show in your bank account that the next person, your spouse or your kid, can survive with you over the 4 years, so that he or she does not become a burden on US economy. That is only how you can get the visa. And the 6 million thing is, again, that is elephant teeth. You don't have to give anything to HEC. You just have to mortgage it to HEC until you safely come back and spend the next 5 years at Pakistan, serving Pakistan.